Hello, hello. All right, I know you want to know what is happening at social media marketing world because these conferences are where you can really learn all that there is so that you can stay on top of the latest trends. And lucky for you, I am currently at Social Media Marketing World. You can see the sign way back there. And I just came from Social Media Week. Hey, Jeff Adams, boom. Yeah, Carla. I just came from Social Media Week in Austin. I was speaking there about bots and the magic of Facebook Live. And Kelly, my amazing business partner, is actually at Traffic and Conversion right now as well. And just so that we could even give you a little more value, I've decided to bring on two of my favorite people with some awesome social media tips that they have from their worlds. And I'm going to let them tell you where they are. Okay, so we're going to be covering several things about Facebook that are new that you may not be aware of and different strategies that you can use so that you can build your business, make better connections, and really rock your goals. So good. Yes. Okay, and I would love to know if there's anyone who's actually at Social Media Marketing World right now. We want to see you tonight. So let us know that you're there. Give me an I'm here in the comments down below. And many of you know that I love messenger bots, especially the tool ManyChat. And last night, Kelly and I actually met up with Mike, the creator of ManyChat, and he gave us some cool secrets. So if you would like access to a brand new PDF that Kelly and I put together of best practices for bots, go ahead and comment below with the word boom, and we will send you that PDF. And then I'm going to follow up with you later on today and actually share with you some of these secrets that Mike shared with Kelly and I last night, which is so cool. Okay, for those of you that I don't know, my name is Molly Mahoney. I love being with you here at BeLive TV and helping you to have more confidence on camera and really use Facebook Live to make magic happen in the world. So I'm going to show you what's going on right now. It's kind of crazy. I have 4 people that we can bring to the screen. Watch, ready? Okay, are you guys ready? Here we go. So good, so good. So these are my friends, Kelly, Kim, and Ryan, and we are here with BeLive. Watch this. We can also go like this. Have you guys seen this before? It's so amazing. So we are here. I love seeing that you're down below with us. Let's go ahead and have you guys introduce yourself. And I'm going to shout out some of our viewers as well. Gina, Edith, Kelly, Brandy, Donna. It's so good to see you. We love it. Okay, so Kelly, Tenny, tell us a little bit about yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself and then we'll come back and dive into the tips in a sec.
Awesome. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name's Kelly Tenney. And for those of you that don't know, I work with Molly at the Prepared Performer, and I am the chief bot builder, which has been super exciting. And being at Traffic and Conversion all week, I can't even tell you how much more exciting it's going to get. So I cannot wait, but I'm super happy to be here and share some good nuggets that I'm learning with everybody.
Yeah, super cool. Okay, so this is Kelly. She's my right-hand man, my life partner, and the chief bot builder at our business, The Prepared Performer. She also helps out here at BeLive TV with our awesome bots that we have. A few people have said that the video is not starting. So, Kayla, I see that you're there. Can you go ahead and comment below and let people know that they just need to refresh the video and then it'll start? Facebook can be a little crazy sometimes. All right, Kim, go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Hi, Molly. So I'm Kimberly O'Bannon with Stellar Apps plus Techie Hacks, and I help coaches, speakers, and local businesses with not only Facebook marketing to capture more leads, but also building mobile apps for them.
Super cool. And so the apps that she uses are like 22 Social. She also built me an amazing mobile app for my phone, which we're going to be releasing soon.
Woohoo.
And she's just been such an awesome friend and client and person that I've hired to help me with my stuff and my social media. So I'm so glad that you're here, Kim.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Yeah. All right. And now, Ryan, are you ready? The one man on our panel today. Ta-da!
Yeah, Ryan and Kim Ward. We live in Southern California, and we sell LuLaRoe. So I'm a professional women's dress seller. And we have been with the company since June of 2016, and we have a lot of fun, and we're in a leadership position, and we just really enjoy the company and the culture and what we're able to do on Facebook Live.
And it's super cool because Ryan and Kim actually go live how many times a week?
Between 10 and 15 times a week to sell a product.
What? They also do behind the scenes and sometimes offer just standalone value. It's really cool and provide this amazing community. And it's been our absolute honor to be building bots with Ryan and Kim as well, so that they can really build an awesome, engaged support system for these women. Their Facebook Lives are such trouble because I want to watch them nonstop and throw credit cards at their face. So be careful when you're watching these tips because you might be sucked in. All right, so Kelly, we're going to start with you. And as we jump through these tips, y'all, we would love it if you wanted to share. And we're going to start this new thing. Once a month here at BeLive TV, I am actually going to celebrate some of our best sharers. So when you share this video and you comment below with the word share, comment shared, go ahead and do that. I'm going to go back, and once a month, we're going to celebrate you as like sponsors of the show. So we've already had some people that we've picked to do this, and all you have to do in order to be one of our featured sponsors is comment below with the word shared, and then we would love to bring you on. Okay, ready? Kelly, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Okay, so what I'm here to share today is about the importance of Facebook groups for all of you business owners out there. And if you have a Facebook group that you're running, go ahead and raise your hand or your comment group below so we can see how many of you are already using a strategy of using Facebook groups to build business. But in a session yesterday, something that was really interesting was that I learned that users on Facebook actually only see 2 to 3 groups in their entire list of groups that they belong to meaningful. And so I have some tips to help you provide more value within your group. And one of the first tips is to really look at engagement. And there was a differentiation that was made yesterday between the difference of a community, which is the meaning of why we have Facebook groups, and an audience. And the first thing you can do is look at your engagement in your Facebook group. And if you are interacting with your members more than they are acting with each other, then what you actually have is an audience. But that defeats the purpose of the Facebook group community. And so you want to aim for creating an environment where members are actually interacting with members more than you're interacting with them. And so here are the tips to make sure that you are doing that in your Facebook group. The first one is to really thinking about all of your customer avatars and finding one or 2 things that they mutually have a common bond about. And there are 3 areas where people actually create common bonds. One is around common goals. One is around common experiences. And the third bond that we see formally often is around common interests. And so really taking a step back, looking at your customer avatars and determining, do they have a common goal, a common experience, and a common interest? And then really formulating your group around that. And like I know, Molly, you have Facebook Live and Messenger bots for entrepreneurs. That would be an example of common goals. So everybody in your free Facebook community really has the goal of using those 2 things to up-level their business. So getting very clear on that, and even going a step further and naming your Facebook group around whatever that common bond would be. And then the next
I love
step
that because it makes it really searchable also. Yeah. So if it's something that they have a common goal that they're searching for and that they happen to look for something about that on Facebook, it'll pop up as a searched term, which is so great.
Yeah. And I know we always like to get fancy to try to have these like really creative Facebook group titles, but that's such a good point, is just making sure you're very clear on who the group is for, so that they know it's exactly for them. They don't have to, deconstruct the meaning of your Facebook group name to see if it's actually something that's fitting for them. And then really being strategic in the content that you create. So starting to initiate discussions around that mutual common bond that you have. And so doing more than just posts of interest, but taking it one step further to move from the member and admin interaction to the member and member interaction by actually strategically initiating discussions around those common topics. So if it's if it's a group for business people. Yeah.
I love that as well, because someone had just asked about the changes on Facebook, right? And as they're saying that we shouldn't be using comment-based type posts, oftentimes, and Kim and Ryan, I'm sure you've seen this also, that we'll ask these questions that are like, give us a yes or a no down below, which is a really short comment. But instead, if you can ask questions that actually facilitate a discussion, not only is it more powerful in our community that we're building, but it's also telling Facebook that there's discussions happening here, and it's going to boost the organic reach of our groups as well.
Yeah, and that's a great point. And that actually was brought up in the Messenger bot session that I went to this morning. The idea that with all these changes, we have to move away from a comment below and really start to ask questions that initiate the discussions. Like, what are your thoughts on, or, what are your experiences, or share, or things like that. And so that's a great tip, I think, for all of us moving into the new changes that we're seeing with Facebook.
And it's more open-ended questions like that, which I love. And just for people who are just joining us, tell us where these tips are from. And do you know the name of the person whose session you went to about groups?
The tips are from how to create and build a Facebook group that connects and converts from traffic and conversion. That was one of the sessions yesterday. Her name was Susie. I want to say it was Susie Price, but I cannot.
I'll make sure that I put it in the description.
Yes, and she's with digital marketing.
Awesome.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Cool. And you guys who are just joining, also know that if you comment below with the word boom, we will be sending you our new Bots for Beginners guide. Yeah, so that you can do Messenger bot magic. Cool. Okay, was there anything else, Kelly, about this?
No, that was it. But I think it's a really great component, because I know so many of us belong to so many Facebook groups. And we're like, why are we in this group? Because we're really not getting anything from it. And if you think about, the original idea behind Facebook groups is to really create that community. Just being able to up-level what we're getting from Facebook groups for all of us. I feel like it's like a public service to really say, hey, like, add value to all of these groups so that we can actually become part of a community and not just be in another thing where we're not getting any value from it.
Yeah, and I think it's also true. Ryan, I'm going to go to you next, because I know that you're so good at this. And this is something that we've talked a lot about. And I know it can be hard when we're running a group ourselves, because we think, oh, they should be here to see us as the authority. But imagine if they can be there to see you as the person who brings this community together. I think that's even more powerful.
Yeah, I mean, you're a leader versus an authority. And I think that's a really great position to be in when you're running a Facebook group.
Totally. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to move. Thank you, Kelly, so much. I love those tips. We're going to move on to Ryan next, who's going to talk to us about really connecting with social media. And this is something that they have done so well in the past 6 months. I've seen like amazing things happen in their group and also on their Facebook business page. Even though everyone thinks business pages are dead, they aren't. And Kim, then we're going to move into Kim, who's going to share with us some tips about how we can actually create blog posts on your Facebook business page. And then I'm going to wrap this up with some new Facebook ads techniques that I learned at Social Media Week in Austin that literally made me so excited. So stick around. All right, Ryan, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
So this is like such an exciting conversation, because I love what Kelly had to say. And what we're talking about here has hands down changed our business 1,000,000%. And what I mean is when you go from a place where you are selling a product to where you go to a place where you're building a community and you have genuine care and compassion and love for those that are in that community, it completely changes your business. And I'm not trying to keep this light or anything, but this has been like so big in our business. And what changed for us is that we realized that there's places to buy products everywhere, and you could buy products anywhere online. But if you want to have a true community, it's when you actually build relationships with those that are in that community, and just honestly know what's going on with them. And how we've done that is we have created just a fun place, a fun, safe place where people know that they're not going to be judged and they're going to have fun, and they're going to just share with one another what's going on in their lives. And we went away from actually selling the product more or less in our group, and we went to just caring about people and learning about people. And one thing that kind of stands out in my mind a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, we had a post about a sewing machine that was a hand-me-down in my family. And we posted there in the shopping group, and we asked others what other family keepsakes they had that they cherished. And out of the woodwork, all these people that we hadn't had much interaction with before in our shopping group, they wanted to share their family keepsakes. And it created an amazing dialogue with them, because they would post maybe just, hey, I have this ring, or I have whatever item it was from my grandma. And then we would say, oh my gosh, do you have a picture of it? So it would just create this community where people really cared about each other, and they wanted to know even more. So taking the conversation another step deeper, instead of just doing how often do we do like a like emoji, that's great, in a comment.
Yeah, really surface level conversations.
Yeah, and if you're in real life with somebody and you're having a conversation with them, you ask questions. So don't be afraid to go in deeper and ask more questions, and really, really, really build that relationship, because for us, that has completely changed our business.
Can you actually share? I have two questions about this. So Sampath asked if we could talk about messenger bots. And I think it's been really cool how you have used bots to automate that initial connection. And then you've gone back individually to really build a relationship with the people who have come in through your messenger bots. Yes?
Right.
And right. I know that with a lot of our clients, people are so resistant to taking the extra time to make those real one-on-one connections. Mm-hmm. So can you talk to us a little bit about, like, maybe at one point you had a Facebook ad that had a comment below bot growth tool. And for those of you who don't know what messenger bots are, it's a way to automate a conversation with your contacts on Facebook. And so Ryan's done several ads where it's been really targeted on who their ideal client is, and brought them in through these bot conversations. And then what has it been to go from those automated conversations into real conversations? Like, what's that been like?
Yeah, it's just very interesting, because you never really expect it. And with the Facebook ads and with the bots initiating that whole conversation in the beginning, it just makes it so we can talk to a lot more people a lot faster every single day. And getting them in to our shopping group has been a critical part of that. And,
so was there resistance at all when we first talked about like the actual individual connections that you were going to go and make after that? Like time-wise, was there ever like, oh my gosh, it's going to take so much time?
Yeah, because I thought it was going to take a lot of time, but it's not true. You can do it. You can, with these great features that Facebook has, as far as like a welcome post in a group, it's really, really easy now to have these massive amounts of conversations at one time, especially with the welcome post. So we'd bring them in on an ad. Some people would come in on an ad, and then they'd be into our shopping group. And the welcome post feature in Facebook right now is like, it's amazing. I love it.
A little bit more about what that welcome post is. I'm going to try and pull it up right now.
Yeah, so Facebook has a feature. Not everybody has it. I've noticed some people have it, some don't, but it's on the right column of any group. And it says, welcome new members to the group. There's, 10, 20 new members this week, whatever it is. And you can...
I'm going to pop Kelly and Kim down in the lobby of BeLive for just a second. So Kim, you're still coming up next. But I'm going to pop you guys down, and I'm going to show this. I'm going to screen share because I have it in our group. And it is a really great way. And it's a way to help keep you out of Facebook jail.
Yeah.
Because in the past, we would go... individually and tag each new member. And with this little technique, if you've never seen it before, Facebook actually tags them for you, which is pretty dang cool.
And saves you a bunch of time.
Totally. And then it frees up the time to actually go in and really make those strategic human connections, right?
Right. And the thing that I love about the welcome post is it grows like wildfire. So if we say in our group, hey, these are great new members, they just joined our group, here's their names, they're all tagged, please welcome them. Right. So our community knows and they love the community. So they're going to comment, oh my gosh, I love Kim and Ryan because of X, Y, and Z, or they ship fast, or they have great inventory, whatever the case is, why they love on you, it is going to be in that welcome post. And it feels like you're getting a virtual hug from whatever group you have.
And what amazing social proof is that, right? Because you're not having to brag about yourself. You've created this community that will brag for you, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to actually screen share. Right now, what I'm screen sharing is the backside of BeLive TV. So if you've never used BeLive TV before, when you comment below with the word boom, you will get access to Kelly and my new Bots for Beginner Best Practices Guide for Messenger bots. And you'll also be able to start a free trial of BeLive TV. If you've never used BeLive before, go ahead and write the word new in the comments below, and I'll make sure to reach out to you to give you a little bit of support. Okay, so I'm going to screen share now. So you can see right here, this is the screen where I'm screen sharing. This is Ryan over here. This is how we can move our screens around. What? And this is where Kelly and Kim are down here in the lobby section. I actually have room to bring one more person right here, right? But we're going to make this solo, so they'll still be able to hear you and I, Ryan. And I'm going to show them where this is in the group. So this is my free group, which is called Facebook Live and Messenger Bots for Entrepreneurs. And right over here, where the new members are, it says you have 30 new members this week. Write a post to welcome them. When I click write post, Ryan, what happens?
It tags them all. Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Mind blown. And then you can edit the text. So Ryan, do you have any tips for ways that what type of a message you actually leave right there?
Yeah, so we sell dresses, right? So we have leggings that we love to just throw around like candy. So we just toss them out there and just say, hey, go ahead and comment below if you're new to the group, and say if you're new to LuLaRoe, or if you're a veteran, and what your favorite styles are and why you love those styles and what you've been wanting to try. And we're just going to randomly pick names of people.
So anybody who comments below gets entered to win a free pair of leggings.
Right.
Right. So adding some incentives like that to get them to really share things that will also be beneficial to the community is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
And then you get your product out there to maybe new people that have never tried it. And it's super, super fun because they start posting pictures and they'll get those items that you gave them, a pair of leggings, and they'll go, oh my gosh, I'm going to go back to that group and post it. And then you have another post there.
And then you have more of that community building, right? Yep. Chris just said, mind blown. I love it. Awesome. I'm going to bring Kelly and Kim back in. Okay, Ryan, are there any other tips that you want to share?
Yeah, I mean, I would also say I love to lead with a challenge, and the challenge would be don't be afraid. Sometimes there was like things that I was like, well, can I share this? Can I not share this? This is social media, right? And it's a place where people love to connect and they love to talk about themselves. So if you go on there and you make posts that are relevant to your audience as far as what's going on with you, what's going on in your world, they are going to connect to that. So don't be afraid to push your limits on just getting comfortable in the space. Get comfortable and don't be afraid to share things. I'm like an open book, which some people go, why do you do that? And I go, well, because it's fun and people love it. So just try to push your envelope a little bit on what you're sharing. And obviously we're not going to share things that are really, really personal or air our dirty laundry, but you can still have fun in the space, and it's a super fun place.
Okay. Really awesome tips. Faye just asked a funny question. She says, that all sounds awesome, but what if you don't want to do any work and you want to pay a pro like yourself to post your ad? LOL.
Ha! I love it.
Which is true. And the cool thing is, once you actually identify the things that are really unique about you and what's really unique about your ideal client and your ideal customer, you can hire someone else to do these things. And that's something that you really spend a lot of time doing, Ryan, is like really figuring out who that ideal client was, right?
Right.
And then you can pass that information on to somebody else to help you out.
Right.
Yeah. But the piece where you're actually connecting with other humans is the one piece that I would say you try not to outsource, to really look to build those real relationships.
Right. And when you've built those relationships and you know what's going on with those people, and you remember that their kids do this, or their moms do this, or their aunts do this, or their husband does this, when you're on a live and you can remember those things, the connection is made even stronger, because you can go, oh my gosh, Michelle, has your husband left for work yet? I know he's a chef and he works at night.
Totally. And sometimes, like, just by listening more, you're able to make those things happen more quickly. I love it so much. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, stay around, because we're going to move on to Kim's, and I want to hear your opinions on this. And if you're just joining us right now, know that we're talking live from Social Media Marketing World. So my Wi-Fi is a little kooky. Here's my badge. Can you see it?
It's
here.
official.
I am actually a speaker at Social Media Marketing World, which is really cool. And Kelly is joining us from Traffic and Conversion. I was at Social Media Week last week in Austin, so I'm going to share some tips that I learned there. And Kim and Ryan are both joining us from California and Phoenix, sharing their tips as well. And if you would like to be able to get your hands on our free Bots for Beginners guide that Kelly and I just put together, comment below with the word boom. I'm going to post that right here, and we will send it to you right away. Which, somebody just said something cool. Oh, Elizabeth said, I love how fast I received my guide. So you're going to get a message from our messenger bot, and then you want to reply to our messenger bot with the word boom, and the bot will send you the guide and also a free 2-week trial of this tool that we're using right now, which is BeLive TV. All right, Kim, are you ready to share this tip with us?
Yes, thank
Here
you.
we go.
Okay, so we all have heard how important blogs are back in the day when we used our website all the time. But the thing with Facebook is Facebook doesn't like us to send people off of Facebook, right? Facebook loves Facebook. So here's a way to get the benefits of a blog, but do it on Facebook in your business page. So you want to provide valuable content, and there is a section on your business page called Notes, Notes. And what this allows you to do is you can post video, images, and links, just like you would on a blog post, and you can provide content. And the 3 top things on what Notes does for you is, 1, it gets you Google ranking. So in other words, people can type into Google looking for your product or service, and your note may appear in the search engine results because Facebook's so powerful. I mean, how cool is that? Free advertising.
That is so cool.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, thank you. The second thing it does is Facebook automatically posts your note as a post. So people that are engaged with your business page will see your note. And then I got to pull up my notes. My notes on my notes. The other great thing is, so Facebook, if you've noticed on your mobile device, looks different than on your desktop or laptop. But the great thing about Notes is it shows up on a mobile device as well. So there again, you can have your content, and people on a mobile device can click on Notes and see what you left them. So that is very powerful.
Super cool. So Kim, I've only just barely played with the Notes section. So I'm actually, Ryan, I'm going to pump you down again. I'll bring you back in a second.
Sure.
And then I'm going to bring up my Notes section. And I would love, can we tag people in them? I didn't even know you can add a video there. Let's kind of look at it. I'll show you where it is.
And when I come back, Molly, I wanted to tell people how sometimes you don't have notes on your business page unless you have a certain template, and I can explain to them how to get it on there.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay, keep talking, and I'm going to pull this up.
Okay.
So the notes, actually, I'll explain since you can't screen share. So for those of you who use BeLive TV, the only person who can screen share in this awesome setup, which you can see, we have 4 of us here. Ryan is down here in the lobby. This is the main dashboard of BeLive. And you look at this, it's brand new the way that you can do this. So if I click this little button right here, then this screen will be on top. If I click this, Kim will be on top. This, Kelly is on top. Yeah. And here, I'm on top. And then we can also switch it over here. So there's so much control. I can add the frame. I can add names by doing this. Really cool. Okay, what I'm going to do though is make my screen share solo. And I'm going to show you on my page. So Kim, I did a note somewhat recently. And I think what I did is I just took a blog post and I copied it into a note.
Great place to start.
Quick and easy ways to increase your live video views with messenger bots. And as you can see, I have this picture here, and then I have the text down below.
Yes,
now, I did this at 9 o'clock at night. It was not a very, strategic post. So can you tell us a little bit more about what we can do strategically to really get a better, higher reach with this?
Yes. So in notes, you get to do lots of different things. One, you can have a different image or picture for each note. So say you have notes on, the tip of the week. So you could do an image for the tip of the week and then do your blog post. The next one could be, your favorite free tools that you use, and you could use a different image. So the image captures people. Inside the note itself, when you go to edit it, Molly, it has a button, and you click on the button and it says embed. And that's where you can embed any kind of video link, an image, or yes, and you can also put a URL. So how you do the URL is you type out the URL like normal, you highlight it and right-click your mouse, and it will say, it gives you the spot to type in what the actual link is, and then it'll be hyperlinked.
Okay, yeah, so I have these links here, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So you have the hyperlinks in there. And then the other formatting, it gives you like header 1, header 2, and then your basic, words. I also believe,
and this is on it. Someone asked, is this a business page or a VIP group? This is a business page. And this would also be a really cool way to include frequently asked questions that you might get. So like for those of you who are doing LuLaRoe, you could have style guides here.
Or if you run sweepstakes, so like I teach people to use 22 Social to run sweepstakes on their business page, and you can have all your disclaimers in a note.
Yeah, cool.
And also, I've seen people who maybe you offer templates of some sort, like graphic templates or, that type of thing. Even, like you guys offer for your bots, your templates.
Yeah, like someone had just asked also about frames. So we have frame templates that we created for BeLive TV, and I could include those in the notes section as well.
Correct. And to answer the question, yes, I did not address this yet. So some business pages do not have notes automatically there because it's based on what's called your template for Facebook.
And as you explain this, Kim, I have it pulled up and ready to answer. So Sue had asked, you can't find it. Sharon, you have to be doing this on your desktop.
So the desktop, and here are the steps that you do. You go on a desktop, you go to settings in your top right-hand corner. And when it comes up, there on the left-hand side will be a list, and it is edit page. Waiting for you to. So then we go back to the right side, and you kind of scroll down, and it says tabs. So if you scroll down to the bottom, Molly, if you do not have a note listed, you can click on add tabs, and note will be one of your options, and you just click on it.
So like I don't have my Facebook group linked to my business page intentionally. That's a strategy that I'm using. But if I wanted to, I could click add tab, and then you'll see that this is here on the bottom. So I close this, and now it adds this to the side of my Facebook page. Correct. And one thing that's really cool is you can actually move it around as well. Mm-hmm.
You can move it around. Now, you cannot change the name of certain tabs. The Facebook tabs, like a note, you cannot change it to say, my best blog or whatever. But it still has all the other features that we talked about.
Right, which is so cool. And then on your phone, if you swipe across the top, is that how you see?
Correct. It's usually like the third, well, it depends upon where you have it listed, but it's the third or fourth button.
Awesome.
When you're swiping across.
Super cool. Okay, so if you just learned that for the first time, what? Tell me how cool you think that is down below. Really awesome. I'm excited for us to play with ours and to make it more optimized so that we can allow others to find it more easily. Like just taking our blog posts and putting them on our Facebook page weekly or something could be a good thing to start.
And one other quick bonus tip, if you don't mind. So
Yeah.
on your business page, if you have a lot of call to actions, or you want to direct people certain places, like you want to direct them to your products page or to your notes or whatever, you do a pinned post. So you would do a post and you would tell them like, hey, check out my notes for the latest tools. And then you'd give the link, because in Facebook, you can get the link for that note itself. You put that in the pinned post. And then when people, once again, are looking at your business page on a mobile device, they see the pinned post first, and then you can have all your content there. And, that's definitely a place you want to put those call to actions, like give me a call.
Is cool about that is you're not directing them off of Facebook. You're feeding Facebook, just like we do with Facebook Live.
And then when you do ads, the same benefit, because you're directing them back into Facebook.
That's so good. So there's more of a chance that Facebook will reward you with organic reach.
Exactly.
I like it. So, okay, we have so many things that people are excited. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to jump in and talk about Facebook ads, but I would love to know, Ryan and Kelly, do you guys have any other thoughts about these new tips?
I just love it. I had no idea.
That's so cool, right? I love that there's always something to learn. It's so magic.
I agree. I feel like we always get to this point where we're like, okay, we do everything we're supposed to be doing on Facebook.
And then
it's never true. There's always so many more amazing little things that we can do on Facebook. So it's super exciting for people using Facebook.
Seriously. Totally. Like, it's awesome. And it also just keeps us with content to talk about all the time. Okay. So I'm going to jump in and talk about Facebook ads. Now, this is a tool that I use quite often, and it's something that usually when I show people this tool, they actually freak out, but I learned a totally new way to use it, like a new strategy for using this tool, which makes me so excited. So if you're just joining us now, once again, we are here live, which is kind of crazy, at Social Media Marketing World. Kelly is at Traffic and Conversion. I was at Social Media Week last week yesterday. Oh my gosh, yesterday in Austin. And I brought on Ryan and Kim to be able to share some amazing social media strategies with you. If you just got here and you did not comment below with the word boom, make sure you give us a boom down below. Kelly and I got to meet up with Mike from ManyChat, the creator of ManyChat, last night in the lobby of the hotel. It was so fun. And he gave us some really cool tips and a big, huge secret about free templates that they're releasing. He told us secretly how to get them, which is really cool. So when you comment below with the word boom, we'll send you our Getting Started with Bots guide. It's loud. And I'm going to come back and give you guys access to these templates as well, which is pretty cool. Ooh, Kalissa, let me know if it worked when you had the exclamation point, because I didn't program it with an exclamation point. So let's see if it works. Beth, good to see you. Okay, Ryan, Kim, Kelly, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
For this craziness? Okay, so I am going to screen share. Shoot. Okay, so I've got to pop someone off. Who wants to pop off?
I'll pop off. That's fine.
Okay, Kim, I'm popping you up. Okay. And look at this. Now our formatting changed instantly also, which is cool. Okay, so I'm bringing the screen share back on. It is a lot of technology, which is pretty cool. And I love that these tools actually allow us to do it pretty easily. Okay, I'm going to go into the ads manager and, hold on. I don't like to show my private clients stuff. So hold on, it accidentally went to one of my clients' page. Okay, so, I just got a sign that says, welcome to the new ads manager. Speaking of the fact that everything changes all the time. Oh my gosh. Okay. It looks completely different than it did yesterday because I was in here yesterday. Awesome. Thanks, Facebook. Okay, so you have to actually have an ads account in order to use this tool, but it's really valuable for all sorts of things. And one of the things that it's super cool for is for identifying your ideal client, both in ad targeting and in using some of the strategies that we've talked about today about connecting. So Ryan, with you guys, even when, like, you can use this for Facebook ads, but you can also use it as a way to come up with content ideas and post ideas for your groups. So back to what Kelly was talking about too, or for the notes. This is going to be like all encompassing. Okay, so you clicked on this little, it's called a hamburger menu up here, the 3 lines. And then you're going to go to Audience Insights. So you click on Audience Insights, and keep in mind that at any given time, we all have up to 6 different versions of Facebook going at one time. I'm going to make this solo so you can really see it. So Facebook has different versions going out because it's like A/B testing, basically. Kelly, can you keep an eye on the comments in case something's not working? Because I can't see them. Thank you. Okay, right here, you're going to choose an audience, and you're going to choose the people that are connected to your page. So you click on this, and then right over here, you have to type in your page. So I'm going to type in mine. And when I do that, I get to see all this information. And so I can see the different things about the people who have already liked our Facebook page. So here you can see the number one thing that they've liked is magically BeLive TV, right? Because my community at the Prepared Performer is really connected to BeLive. Obviously, we're here on BeLive, right? You can see these are the other pages that they have liked. Defend Innocence. So this is a nonprofit. Kelly, am I right? This is connected to Unique?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's connected to a direct sales company that we have lots of clients in, but it's also like a community issue about defending the innocence of children and child abuse. So this is something that could be something that they care about, which goes back to what Kelly was talking about. Yeah, so you can see all this information here, right? It's really cool. And this is something that we use to learn about our ideal clients. But here is where it gets even cooler. So if I go back to the demographics and I see that 92% of my audience is women and 8% is men, when I start to do my ad targeting, I want it to be just women, because that's going to start niching my audience down. So I'm going to be bringing in more qualified leads, and I'm going to be paying less for those leads. For those of you that don't do Facebook ads, just bear with me, because I'm going to go a little quickly through this, but it's going to be like mind-blowing. So I changed this to women. And this is a technique that I learned at Social Media Week from, I think his name is Jesse James. I keep forgetting his name too. I'll make sure I link him up above. He was amazing. Okay, so now we can see out of these 100% women, 3% of our audience is between 18 and 24. 25% of our audience is between 25 to 34. 38% of our audience is here. 23% of our audience is here. 9%, 2%, right? So we want to niche this down again. So we would choose first between 25 and 54. Or if we wanted to get even more specific, we could go right for this sweet spot and really target the largest amount of people who are in our community. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
I love it.
Yeah, because a lot of times when we're doing this, we're kind of guessing, but this tells you who is active and engaged on your page. So now from here, what you do is you change the age right here. Change it to, let's do like just around that. So let's do 30 to 50. And now we can see out of those 30 to 50-year-olds, it changes for what they like. So now I'm only looking at the 30 to 50-year-olds. Making sense?
Yep, I love it.
Yeah, okay, so now if I go to page likes, it could have changed because I'm only searching for the people who are women in this age group. Pretty funny that it didn't change, right? But watch, if I change it to men, let's say, it might change. There's no information because I don't have enough people, right? But if I go to interests now, so I Mom So Hard is one that my people are interested in. So I can add under interests, I Mom So Hard. Let's see if I can narrow it there. Gonna work? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe not. What's another? Hootsuite. Let's try Hootsuite. See if I can target them. Oh, Amy Porterfield. Let's do that because Amy is like a good large audience. So the thing that's tricky is with interests, not everybody will be targetable. So Amy Porterfield, I can put that interest in there.
Shalene Johnson is always a good one.
Let's try that. Was she on the list?
I don't know because I can't see your screen.
Oh shoot! Dang it. Okay, let me take that off again. So I'm going to go for ones that are like really large. Can you see that I had not done this before, which is pretty cool too. Oh my gosh, how funny. Business and economy website. Living well, spending less. But this also sets me up for content ideas. So like community crockpot girl. So I could start doing something that's about cooking with a crockpot, and there's a chance that it's going to resonate with my audience. You see this? Obviously LuLaRoe is in there. Let's see if we can narrow it by LuLaRoe. These are getting a little too specific. But what's pretty cool is as you start to narrow these things down, oh, Luis, who is that? That was pretty funny. Okay, but you guys can see that as we start to narrow these things down, what happens is we get a really specific audience here on our business page, and then we can save this as an audience that we retarget. Oh, you know what I can do actually? I'm going to remove the fact that they're connected here, and I can just make a list of all these different things and come up with a really specific targeted audience of people who are not already connected to my page. Is this making sense? Bo says, Molly Mahoney is the best. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I'm coming back to some questions. Andy says, darn, I just posted an ad. I should have watched this first. So I've taken many courses on Facebook ads. We do ads for some of our clients on a minimal basis. But we are always, and what I've learned in the past is creating that audience inside the ads manager. But with this, you can actually save the ad inside that audiences and then select it as one of your saved audiences. The other thing that's really cool, and I'd love to know what you guys think about this, Kim, I'm going to bring you back in, is that you can create this ideal client avatar by doing this. And I'm so big about saying that we really want to focus on one person when we're doing our content. So we pick our favorite client, we speak to them when we're doing our videos. But this is a great way to start getting really clear about that avatar or demographic without actually focusing on the one person that we already know. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, so I would love to know what you guys think about this. I know it's a little crazy.
Well, I have to share something because I was in this session this morning with Ezra Firestone, who I think it's smartmarketing.com is his website, but he started, the whole thing was on messenger bots, but he started really talking about the importance of ad spend and how like so many people are afraid to, you do Facebook ads or whatever means, but he was saying that like 50% of your marketing budget actually should be on Facebook ads to create awareness. So like tapping into a new clientele. And then 40% should be on what you just taught us, which is retargeting. And like how crucial that is for businesses to be using that platform and how so many business owners haven't tapped into the Facebook ad component.
You know what? And that's one of the big things we were talking about at Social Media Week as well. And, a lot of people, especially in the much younger demographic, who are obviously not that engaged on my page, as you could see from my insights, there's this idea that like Facebook is old, it's not that hip or cool anymore, but there is no other platform that has as much data that we can retarget as Facebook. And one example, which we should do, those of you who are still watching this video right now, there's, according to the little numbers here on Facebook, there's 42 of you right now. I can create an ad within the BeLive page that, let's say, here, okay, so this is what I'm going to do this just to test it. Okay. I'm going to test the people who have watched, I'll give it 75% of this video, and I'm going to create an ad with the video that Kelly and I got with Mike from ManyChat last night, and I'm going to send it just to you guys. So those of you who stuck it out and watched this much of this video, you will get an ad sharing 10 free templates from ManyChat. Is that a cool idea?
So good.
Like, test it out, right? And it gives people incentive for staying on because you can retarget people with a Facebook ad based on how long they watched the video.
Yeah, the custom audience, the more custom we get, the less expensive it is for us and the better we get, like you said, our ideal clients. So it's very
people who are
powerful.
already a warm audience who know you. You're not just throwing a billboard up hoping people will drive by it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to one of my most favorite people in the world. Bo Urbanski's in the house. Bo and her husband Adam are my business coaches, and I love them so much. And we're going to start building bots for them. And y'all are going to flip because it's going to be the coolest thing ever. Cool. Okay, so let's do a little recap. Like, I love to do these recaps at the end of the video. If you guys have questions that come up, we have a few more minutes. Let's go Kelly, Ryan, Kim, and then I'll close us out. Hear from social media marketing world. Is that showing? I don't know. Okay, ready, Kelly? Go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so recap for Facebook groups and making sure that you're adding value to your community is one, looking at your client avatars and making sure that you are really clear on what some of their mutual bonds might be, and then strategically devising content to address those bonds in a way that's initiating discussion more than it is actually providing facts or authority.
I love it. Awesome. And now you can fine tune that avatar with what we just talked about. So good. Okay, Ryan. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
So a great way to just connect with your audience and build deeper relationships is to ask more questions. So when you're out there working your social media game, ask a lot of questions of those that are in your audience or are joining your audience, and get to know them and have understanding and compassion and love for them. That's what served us really well throughout our business. And don't be afraid to build relationships. It is social media, and it's okay to have friends all across the U.S. or all across the world that you may never actually meet in person, but you could definitely build these bonds that are real, genuine relationships.
I also have to say, Ryan, this is the most calm I've ever seen you. For those of you that don't know Ryan's Facebook shows, Ryan is like the male version of me in like the craziest energy you will ever find.
With a bunch
Ryan,
of
can you like turn it on like I can, or no? Do you have to like warm up beforehand?
No, once that live button comes on, I'm game. It's time to go. It's time to go.
See, I'm going to put links to everybody's Facebook pages up here, but just know that when you go to Ryan's videos on his page, you will see like this amazing ball of energy. But it's awesome to have you share some of the real nitty gritty work behind the scenes, because I don't think everybody gets to see that part of what you and Kim do. So thank you. And it's so, so true. Okay, Kim.
So to recap, when you're using your Facebook business page, there's lots of things you can do with it, obviously. But if you add the notes section, use it as a blog post and put in your content, your valuable content for your people. And also make sure you have a pinned post on your business page directing people to either your free offer, your free information, or whatever your call to action is.
Yes, awesome. So there's this strategy you can get found in Google results to your Facebook page. So good. Ooh, okay. So Tamar says, can you all say something about coaching? I don't have a product to sell. I coach. Tamar, all of this works perfectly for you because you're selling your services, right? And this is exactly the kind of thing that's perfect for you, Tamar, to be able to connect, put out value, and then offer some sort of free checklist or free guide and strategy sessions or calls where you get on the phone and you actually figure out if it's a good fit to work with you as a client, right? So this all works perfectly for, we do all things across the board here on this panel. I love it. I love it. Oh, Christina says you will love it. He's wonderful to every client.
She's one of our shoppers, Christina.
Oh my gosh, see how good that is. I love it. Cool. Thank you, Kim. So good. And I can't wait to put those strategies into action on our side as well. But I will just give you a little recap here. So what I shared was I took you to the audience insights section of your Facebook business page. You have to have an ad account. Even if you've never spent anything, I think you can get in there and look at these insights. And this will really teach you about your page and your community, the people who have already liked your page, and allow you to narrow down the exact ideal client avatar that you might want to target in Facebook ads, or that you might find new content ideas. It's a way to listen to your audience through these tools that Facebook gives you. Crazy awesome. Okay, this has been so great. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Let's go in the four-way across the screen. Yeah. We can have a dance party. If this was valuable, we would love you to share this. Watch out for that free gift that I'm going to send you in a Facebook ad. Those of you that stuck on this long, that'll be really cool to play with and to try. And once again, my name is Molly Mahoney. I love nothing more than helping you to unlock your inner awesome and elevate it with the magic of Facebook Live, Messenger bots, and all of the crazy, amazing ways that we can connect with other human beings using social media. Really cool. Go out, have an awesome day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.